Hello, everybody. I'm live. It's our favorite video of the month. What is our favorite video of the month? I just spent the last about the good last 45 minutes just preparing the list of links and putting them up. I hope you guys all appreciate that because I know a lot of people can say, "Oh, I can't find this book. I can't find that book." So I was like, you know what? Let's do the things that we can find. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and find everything that I can find. I have also started a playlist for all of the December stuff that all the December finished pages that I find that aren't just mine, but other people's too, that I put in a playlist. So that way I can easily find everything. So I have done, according to my list, 45 books, 46 books, but 2 of those were PDFs. So you are very welcome, my friend Kim. I figure, you know what? It's better for me to send out books that I think that people will like. And I know you particularly like. Yes, Happy New Year. But before we end the new year, we have to finish with the last month of the year. And yesterday I was telling you guys that I cleared off about 2 shelves worth of bookshelves. Now that was just my reading books, I am keeping the books that have been autographed for my reading books. This is actually my paper reading books. These are not my Kindle reading books per se. So you guys know the difference. So I have some autographed books. So those I'm keeping. So right now I'm using one shelf to be like organizing the books. So that's what I did. So I spent the last 40-something minutes, Kim, just putting links in. Now some links I cannot put because I cannot find the books, or the books are sold out, or they're out of print. So keep that in mind. So guys, I want to show you what I did in Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and festive occasions. So this one I did last night. So this would probably be the last book I did of the month and last picture I did of the year officially. So I did this one. This one is the Comic-Con one, but I did the more complicated picture. As you can tell, I got a little mark over here, but you can't really tell. Hello, Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Yeah, I know, right? Don't go out of your house at 11:59 because you'll come back next year. It's like, oh God, that's hilarious. So that's this. So I'm ready to say goodbye to another year and a new year. So I did this one. We did 95 pages this year. 95 pages this month. In total, I did 927 pages for the year. I finished 22 coloring books this year. Mind you, we were originally when we started the year, we were at 641 coloring books. I have since given away a lot of books. We are now down to 452 books, but there's going to be some more books that I'm probably going to be giving away. So this was the first one, and I did this basically with my Kameliya Arts, my cow trees, and the skin was basically done with Copic. I want you guys to know that I do most of my skin work with Copics just because, the skin is much more easier for me to do the skin with the Copic. So that was the first one we did. Yeah, I'm like, I have no room to store it. So, yeah, the idea is for them moving, so I have to sort through all the books. So let's go through the PDFs. I need some place to put all the stickies. I need a little something to put the stickies on. Yeah, I need a little thing to put the stickies on. Yeah, that's not a good thing to put the stickies on. This will be a good thing to put the stickies on. So then I have 2 PDFs. So this comes from Damita Victoria's new book, but I bought it as a PDF book, not through the Amazon. I bought it as a PDF book. It's called Angels. So if you go onto Damita Victoria's Etsy shop, you can buy her books digitally rather than print, if that's what floats your boat. And this was finished 12/19/2021. I obviously did this with the Sakura Gold Jelly Roll because that's what this is. I remember this. And Pentel Sparkle Pops, Color It Gel Pens, Cali Art markers and Copics. I know that because I remember doing it. And some of you guys saw this on Instagram. Now this one, I was looking through some of my papers and I found this one on my papers. I believe it's a Jeremiah Ketner image. You know, sometimes when you buy stuff from Etsy, they give you all these papers with images. I believe this is from Small and Round, which is Jeremiah Ketner's Etsy shop. I believe you can purchase it through him. But this came from it. So this is Jeremiah Ketner, Small and Round. I finished it on 12/10/2021. So as you can tell, I used markers. I probably used not really sure what I used, but I can tell because the marker was fading. I probably used an old skin tone marker that I either had in my Cali Art set or from another odds and ends set. So that was that. August Reverie 3 Expressions. Let me put that over here. The desk is always very crowded because it's not only my stuff. So, you know, when we get the new desk in the new house, it's going to be kind of like weird. This is August Reverie 3 Expressions because me and my mother have been talking about how much stuff we actually have and how much stuff we actually need, you know. My mother's been on my case about how much stuff I actually have, and I just threw out a bunch of stuff. You know, I put it out in the hallway, so hopefully someone will take it, you know. We have this system in my building. You bring stuff out to the house that can be reused, like books, magazines. People usually take it. So this is August Reverie 3. You could tell some of the marker ended up from the last one, but it actually complements the picture a little bit. I think I was using the end of my Touch New markers for this. And then everything else I probably used Cali Arts and Copics, knowing me. So that was the only one that I got done in that. So this actually has a lot of good faces in it, actually. This is an old one I did. You know, on cameras, these don't look bad. You know, in person, the paper's not the greatest in this. So I was like, where do I put this stuff, you know? When I'm done with it, you know, it's like sometimes you have to be kind of a little careful how you manage this stuff too. Chibi Christmas. You know what? I'm gonna just start putting this stuff like this. This way, everything is in there, a little pile at a time. I'm gonna put more stuff. I think that may be too much. See, when I'm done with the PDFs, I put them in a binder. This is Chibi Christmas by Jade Summer. This is the grayscale one. Now, some of you know that we did this on camera. Yes, Danielle, we did this one on camera. I really like the grayscale a lot for the Christmas one. Yes, we are doing the pictures that we colored this month. We just started a little bit ago, so we did that one. I put down as many links as I possibly could put in. Some links I could not put in because some of the books are out of print, out of stock, or they're no longer selling them. So it's like 50-50, or the shops are no longer carrying things that I originally bought that in. So I did two, this one, and then I did this one. This one, a lot of you gave me some constructive criticism. Danielle showed me hers. I colored, according to my list, 46 books. Yes, 46 books, 95 pages. This is my second biggest month. My biggest month happened in August with 102 coloring books. I know that because I have I keep everything in an Excel sheet that I color. You know, basically it's a list of what I color every month, and that's how come I was able to do the links today, because I had that list on hand. So I did this one. We did this one on Livestream. I thought this one really was very cute. I must say that I really like the grayscale ones more than I thought I was going to like them. Cutesy Christmas Special Color in Heaven. This is a Christmas one that they came out with. This is issue 68. And we did Santa. I love doing Santa. We did this one on a live stream. Yeah, I know. This one I did a lot. Plus, I have a few books that a lot of other people don't have, so keep that in mind. The Color in Heaven magazines, I left the link down below, guys, so keep that in mind. I'm also putting things back in piles, so. Oh, Lord. Really? A lot of the Christmas stuff, but it'll come back in season next year, probably. My suggestion is you try to get them at least in October or November. And for Halloween stuff that you want to get that at least in September or August, you know. This is a limp by Angel Detloff. Now, I was not able to find the shop again. I think she basically sold out of books, and I think this is her only coloring book. So, it's like that Alfonso Mucha style, and I did this in colored pencils. Now, a lot of you know that I don't typically color in pencils. I mostly color in markers, but every once in a while I do color in pencils. So, and I have a lot of books like you do. Well, I used to. I'm down to 452 books. Color in Ocean Mermaids by Daria Kakarasoy. She's also known as Coloring Chics. Dory Drawers has been her name. So I did this one. This one really came out nice. I like the colors. I was coloring something else at the time, but I'm also, this is something that I'm trying to work on, but I'm trying to find something that complements me with this because I'm out of this color. Yeah, I'm out of this color. Go figure that, right? So I got to try and figure what goes good with this color. Don't tell me blue because that's the color for the sea. Just saying. So that was something I was working on. So this is Mermaid by Daria Kakarasoy. I'm really happy about that. I only finished 4 of my top 10 books to finish for the year. So I'll make a video about that. You know, I'll combine all the finishes. And then I did this one, Winter Aesthetic. Love this one. I love the way this one came out. This is a really nice book, and it's not a lot of money. But I'll show you something I was working on. Oh, no, that's the Sansa pick. That was one of the first books I ever did in that book. Where is that picture that I was doing? There's a picture I was working on, but I didn't get to finish it. There's this picture that I was working on, but I never got to finish it. Maybe for next year I'll finish it. See, I always start something and then I don't finish it, but I'm going to show you some of the books. Sometimes I show you the things that I was working on and didn't get to finish. So, yeah, this one actually has a little bit of a, even though it's a winter book, it has a bit of a Christmas vibe to it, some of it, the pictures. So that's just my opinion about the book. Christmas Fun Festive Girls Coloring Book by Deborah Mueller. I know, she doesn't show up too often in the thing. Well, she does actually. So we got this one. I like this book. I really like the pictures in this book. They're fun. And I did get her new one, the Peppermint Kisses one in PDF. So keep that in mind. But this was the only one that I finished from the book. I thought this was adorable when I saw it, and I just had to have it. I know, right? It's like people don't understand how many books I actually really have. Someone goes, well, how many books do you need? You know, and I got a little offended when the person said that to me because I'm like, you know, some books are cheap and some books are expensive. So, you know, I have some very nice budget-friendly books and I have some very expensive books. So, and then I did Kawaii Christmas by Jade Summer. This is the book one that we picked. I picked the little girl with the mistletoe. We did this with a bit of gel pen. I cannot remember what gel pen I used in this one. But I do know that a great deal of it was markers and the eyes were probably white colored pencil. Hold on, I got something from work. I have to tell them that. Sorry, guys. I had to tell them at work with my COVID days. I have about 452 books right now, but I think it will be less because I might be giving some more away to some friends. So I don't know yet what they are until I go through the books again, because I just threw out some reading books too. Got rid of some reading books because I was like, you know what, we're going to be moving. I have to pack this stuff up. So when you start having to pack stuff up, it's a little bit different. So we did that one. Fantastic Beauties, book 1. I did this one. Believe it or not, I start working on this one again. Excuse me, we are live. These are real life things. Excuse me. She will text me my schedule on Sunday. Okay. I will get my work schedule on Sunday, guys. I want everybody to know that. So I want everybody to know that. I will get my work schedule back. So I only have 4 pages. 4 pages left to do in the first half of this book. And then I get the second version of it. So I want everybody to be aware that I am doing things, you know. I did try to finish some books before the end of the year, but that did not happen. And I shouldn't have put all that pressure on myself to do that. So I ended up doing 3 in Joy of Coloring, the Mermaid book. So I did this one. I finally finished this one. I did this with, I think I started this off with Sprees a while back and then just finished it up with my Copics, if I believe so. And then we did this one. This one I did with Copics, Tau Trees, Cali Arts. And then I did this one, which I really liked the way this one came out with the sea and the seashell. I wanted to try and do different colors with it and all kinds of things and see how I could make the colors work. So this I used my Tau Trees, my Cali Arts, and my Copics. So this I used a couple of things and some gel pens. You can't see it, but the bubbles are there. So we're trying to go down to, my mother wants me to go down even higher than what I have now in my coloring book collection. I'll tell you right now, it's getting hard to pick which books to let go of. Oh, those are nice. I want the pastel. I want the new Dragons by Black Widows, but I'm going to wait to get them. And I have 5. I did 5 in I Daydream. And I know this is one of Kim's favorite books. So I did this one. I started this one at the end of November, but didn't get to finish it. So I thought that was really nice. This one I liked because I did the other one with blonde hair. So I wanted to do her with red hair. So sometimes, and then I did her with blonde. The pages are really nice. This one, I just wanted to do something with the brown-haired girl, but I wanted blue too. Hold on. Let me take some water. You always have to drink water. But, you know, it keeps going down, Misty, so. You know, my mother wants me to get down as much as humanly possible because. And then I did this one, little blonde. So I don't know how many left I have in this. So to color. So I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 left to do in this book. So my goal is always, let's see how many I have. Not how many I want. Fairyland by Molly Harrison. I did one of this. I've done quite a lot of the pages in this book already, so this is really nice. I like this one. Sometimes I just find books and they just, I don't know why, I open them and then sometimes I want to color it. It works out really well for me. You know, I might end up not keeping this book just because the thing that I don't like about this book, and I've colored a lot in it already, is the paper is terrible. The paper is terrible in this book. I will tell you that right now. So in a lot of the Create Space books, the paper is terrible. And, you know, I've done so many in this already. Like, you can tell. When I started this book, I had pencil. So some of the work in this book is pencil. Some of it is marker. So there's a combination of things in this book, you know. I have to make a decision as to whether or not I keep this book. But I pretty much know I'm not keeping this book. This is one of the books I'm not keeping. Just because the paper's terrible, and I've done some what we call marker bleeding in a lot of the pages, and there's a lot of yellow in it. So that's the thing that happens with some of these books, is that there's yellow in it. And I hate when books yellow. Like in the color by numbers, it's not a big deal because you can cover it up, you know. Now we got Witch Fantasy by Color Questopia. I was looking for this and I could not find this book for whatever reason. It got buried in between two other books. Like, I don't mind it in the color by number books because I colored them and they're just for fun. So I did this one. This one originally was a bonus page and they told me color her hair light brown, but I didn't want to. I wanted to color it red. So that's what I did. And since this is on what is not on the black background, I put it in with a Sakura gold jelly roll pen is the gold that you see there. So that's what I did with this book. And then I did this one, which I really like this picture. Even though this is about witches, this could be for any time of year. So then I got this and this. Like, I don't do the bonus pages anymore. I've decided not to do the bonus pages in these books because it's too hard to do the bonus pages in these books. 101 Unique Mandalas by Kameliya Angelkova. Now, you guys knew that there was going to be in Kameliya. I started off with dark colors, and then I was like, I didn't like the dark colors, so then I went to light colors. And I kind of saw somebody else who did something similar with the color palette. You know, I saw somebody else do this, and I was like, oh, I like that. But they did the same colors that I did. And then I was like, but I did it totally different than they did. So we used the same colors. I forget whose picture I saw. This was something that I had started, stop. Hi, Molly. This is 101 Unique Mandalas. So, you know, you start, you stop, you start. So that's what happened with this picture. I started, stopped. This is 101 Unique Mandalas. Then I did this one. Then I did that one. Then I did this one. I was trying to do more Egyptian colors. I should have put more yellow in it. But yellow is a weird marker because it shows up so badly in pictures. What happens with yellow? It's like weird. Yellow markers are weird. For whatever reason, they do not. They have something weird happen in this book, yellow markers. I don't know why. But yellow markers work very weirdly in this book. So I try not to put too much yellow in this book. Classy Princessa. Now, this was a book that I was supposed to finish. But I'll tell you right now, I did not finish it, but I managed to do four pages. Now, I finished the first half of the book, but I didn't finish the second half. So, am I going to do that 2022 hashtag to 10 books to finish in 2022? I don't think so because, number one, I'm moving. So, I don't know what's going to happen with a lot of my books. So, I didn't like the way her skin came out. You guys can't see it, but it's all messed up. It looks actually better on camera than it does in person. Then I did this one. I still don't like the skin. I had to use pencil to fix it. Everything else I liked about the picture. I just didn't like the skin. The skin was perfect until the marker ran out. Again, I had to fix it with pencil. That seems to be my story with everything I do these days. Then I did this one. So, you know, I always have a comparison one. So, yeah, I like to color a lot of pages. I noticed that about myself. So I still have this much to go in the book. I know it's not a lot, but if I finish a book before I end up moving, then I'm just going to do it. Probably I'm going to flip through. Because we don't know what my story is. And plus, if they close early and we don't have a place to go, we're going to have to run a B&B. And I'm probably going to have my stuff in storage. Yeah, we're probably going to put our stuff in storage for a while and then have it once we get a permanent place, then we'll move all our stuff after it's been in storage. So that's probably what we're going to do because of the situation with my mother and her finances. So my finances are not nearly as good as my mother's, though. We'll put it that way. No. The only things that I keep, and I'll explain why I'm not keeping everything, because I'm moving. Now, if I wasn't moving, I might keep a book or two, but the things that I will definitely keep are the books that I feel that are higher quality. Like if I finish a Emilekova book, I'll finish. If I ever finish Serene, which maybe one day I will keep that because those books were very expensive and they're hardcover. So for me, those books are worth it. So I'm only keeping high quality coloring books per se. Not everything. It's too hard to keep everything because it takes up room. So, you know, I have to package all this stuff too. Keep that in mind. This is Christmas Color by Number. I did finish the regular section and I did do one bonus picture, but I'm not doing the rest of the bonus pictures because I've done them in the other bonus section. So I've decided that I'm no longer going to do the bonus section of the Color by Number books just because they take up a lot of time. And to me, that's not really fair. And I did about 8 in this and I did finish this book. So that's this one. You know, I thought this would be more like a Macy's department store. I was kind of disappointed with this color. I would have preferred that they had made the building red. I really would have preferred the building red for Christmas, but that's just the way it is. So this took me a long time to do because every time I got a color, I had to go, oh, green, dark green, light green, dark blue, dark purple, medium purple. That's hard to do. So then I did this one. This one was a little bit easier. Yeah, I know. I love the Color by Number books. I don't finish them all right away, but I had like so many this year that I got finished. This is more of a biblical one. This is like Jesus' birth, his mother, and Joseph, and the witnesses and the animals, which I thought was a very nice touch for religious. If you're very religious, you would like that picture. Then I did this one, the girl with the nutcracker. Sometimes I have to flip them over. I know, right? I don't like when they they make them vertical like this. I would prefer they keep it one direction, not like this. And then they did this, which I had a really hard time with this one because it was so intricate and had lots of tiny little details to it. And then the one bonus one that I did, as you can tell, I forgot to put a blotter, so all this came out a little green. Silly me. I did this one bonus picture. But the rest of the bonus pictures I've already done. You know, like I've done this one. I saw this one in a bonus. I did this coloring book already. I didn't really like the fantasy landscapes one. The trains, I already did a train similar to this one in one of the other books, etc. You guys understand that was just like one of the books that I'm like, I have to finish these things. So to me, it's like, you know, you have to make decisions. And, you know, I don't like having to make decisions about what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. You know, it's so hard to make decisions. Army green, I just use like a moss green or something like that. Like when they tell me go do army green, I just do moss green or like a bronze green. Like, it's just like ridiculous, the color choices they make you pick. So those are finished. Once those are finished, I put them in a separate pile because then I can take them out, you know. Fantasy Figures Special by Maud Lemoyne. I did 2 in this one. I did this one, first one, which I love the way this came out. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you're super sick. Do you have C? Because I had to get a test for that, and I was lucky I didn't have it. I did this one with Copics and Cali Arts. And I think for the little flowers, I did that with cow trees. And this yellow I did with... So, and then I did this one. I messed up on the skin. What happened was the skin, I had to pick another skin tone and go over the skin with the second thing. I hate being sick. Sickness is terrible to be sick. So I did that one. That is Fantasy Figure Special. Bad Fairies by Deborah Mueller. I did this one. Most of you saw this. This one I did with Cali Arts, Copics for the skin, and I think I used, what gel pen did I use? It wasn't the Colorists. I think it was the U-Birds. I think I used up the last of that purple gel pen to do this. My mother is good. Me and my mother both tested negative for COVID, so that is a positive. I'm gonna have to take some limes or lemons and get some tea to reinstall my body. I'll take some medicine ball tea later on when I go get my lunch. Gothic Special by Selena Finette. This is 40 images, and this was one of my earliest coloring heaven books. I did this one. I thought this one actually came out pretty good. I started it off with one color ID, and then it morphed into other coloring things. Yeah, so, because she got sick, I couldn't come to work. No, so now I know that if my mother's sick, I can't come to work until she's better. Or if I'm sick, she's retired, so it doesn't really matter to her. Gothic Special by Selena Finette. Fairies Grayscale by Alina Lazareviva. And we did one in this book. The pictures are really pretty in this. I just wish the paper was better quality. I can color around the paper, but because the images are so nice in this is why I decided to keep it despite the paper quality being bad. It's just a matter of figuring out how I want to color an image, how I don't want to color an image. And I still have this one to finish. I started this so long ago that I don't even remember what markers this was. I have to finish this at some point and figure out what I'm going to do with this picture. Because I don't like leaving whips. And you guys know that we're going to cut back. There's going to be, when you see the new collection the way it is, after I move, it's going to be very cut back. Now we're on pile 2. There's still more in pile 2. There's another Mermaid's Grayscale Coloring Book. Now, this was on the top 10 to finish. Now, here's the story. I have some from the second. I think I only have like one from the second part of the book. 2 colored from the second part of the book, right? And I was only one away from finishing the first half of the book. So we did this one, right? I did this one. This one took me almost a whole day to do. Yeah, because it was so very complicated. But the funny thing is that I had started it a long time ago. And the thing was that I did her hair already and I had done the bathing suit, but I hadn't done anything else. So I had started it. I don't like when paper's bad. Like, I'll pay. This is why I sometimes say to people, buy your books on PDFs. If you can buy your books. Like, I know Ava Brown, Damita Victoria, Jade, they can't help the paper that they print out. So I've been buying some of their books, like the Angel book that I bought that you saw the PDF of. I bought that via Etsy on PDF so I could print on the paper I like when I color on it. I have a few Damita Victoria books on PDF. I think I have 2 or 3 Ava Browns on PDF. So this was the only one left in part 1. So then in part 2, I see someone wanted me to color this. color a image in grayscale with colored pencils. I did that as part of a live stream because somebody had asked me to do that, to show them that. And then I did this one. So I still have all this to do as well. So we still have all this to do. I tell you, we still have all of this to do. So there's no way I'm finishing it before the end of 2021. We only finished 4 of the top 10. So that happens. Sorry, guys. This is what happens. I took some stuff from the top. So this is the Art of Mandala Volume 1. I did this one. I'm filling in the gaps a little bit. So we did this one. I love the way this one came out with the leaves, the purple, the pinkish purple. I think I was testing out some new Copics when I did this. I could be wrong, but I think I was testing out some of the colors, like some of the more purplish and pinkish colors to see what they look like. So that was one of the ones I did. I know there are some people who just absolutely love mandalas. Now, this book, called Drugjei, Stronie, Snu. I did 4 in this, and this means the other side of sleep. Now, this is a, what's her name? Karolina Kubikowska. She's a Polish illustrator. Now, there was a hardcover version of this. This is the old version. The newer version is a hardcover version, but I cannot find the hardcover version, so that's why there's no link, because my version is now out of stock. This is the paperback version. There was a hardcover being sold, but I'm not sure if you can find it anymore. So I did this one. And I colored this one with the King Art pencils. The King Art pencils work extremely, extremely well. I'll tell you that right now. They work extremely well in this paper. So I did 4 in this. They are like, there's like gems on this book. I can't even explain to you how well they work. I'm nowhere near finished this book. The only thing I don't like is that the paper falls out on it. So I did this picture, right? The yellow. And then I did the blue, the orange in this one, which is right next to it. I kind of like wanted to do a contrast. And I used my King Art pencils. And the King Art pencils work beautifully. This one was one that I started a long time ago. And then I finished it with the King Art. I don't remember what I originally used. They're not much. I think, what are they, like $25 and $30? I'd have to look that up for you, but let me see what they are. They work really pretty. Let me see what the King Art pencils go for. They work really well on some papers. On other papers, they don't work well. They work well in Johanna's books. I'm trying to find the King Art colored pencils. Not seeing them. I have a set of 72. And I have a pro set. They go for about $30. These are a little different than the ones that I have, but they're similar. They just are in brown now. They're not in the black ones. They sell a newer version of them. My version, they're like wood pencils. They're about $30. What do you mean the heavy paper? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Some paper works better with other paper. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But they're like, mine are black, but now they have them in a brown barrel. So mine were black. So let me show you what they look like. But they're the same pencils basically as my ones. They just upgraded the way the pencils look. This is the way they look. This is the way they looked, my King Art pencils. If anyone wants to know what they look like, they look a little bit like the Castle Art. So this is what the King Arts look like. They're very easy to sharpen. If that's what you your number is. So they now have them in brown ones. So I finished doing this one. Finally finished doing this one when I first met you. When I first saw you. I'm having problems finding the seller of this book. So if anybody wants this, my suggestion is go and type it in on Etsy because I couldn't find a seller selling this book anymore. So I don't know if you can find it. The only thing I don't like about this is look at this. The binding is coming so freaking loose on this book, and I paid a small fortune for it. That is my only complaint. And then I started this picture. And I did this with King Art pencils. King Art pencils, the darker colors work fine. The lighter colors do not work well on this paper. So depends. It likes the Karolina book. It didn't like this book too much. I don't know why, but certain pencils just don't work on certain books. So then I'll switch over back to Prisma. So it's such a shame to do about this book because it is a nice book. I might have to get the book spiral bound. I might have to go to Staples. Gothic Fairy Special by McAllister. I've done quite a lot in this book. I started doing this one. I just got to figure out a way to do it. You know what I mean? Because I've already done so many of them. Now I got to figure out what red I used. I could always use a Copic red on that. And then the one that I finished was this one. I decked her out in Christmas colors because it was Christmas time when I did her. So I decked her out in Christmas colors. I thought that would be fun just to have her decked out in Christmas colors. Some really nice colors that I used on that. So that's what I did there. Dunkelbunt. Now, I originally bought this book on Book Depository. Now, I did this one. Now, I do not like how our skin came out at all. I had to, not working on anything right now today. So, this is Mina. I did this basically with Cali Arts and Copics, but what happened was the skin came out blotchy, so I used a pencil to try and smooth it out. It came out looking like a tan girl. I don't like how this came out, her skin. I know, right? Her hair does go with her eyes, so I was very conscientious of that when I did it. So sometimes not everything works out well. As you can tell, the marker started to fade. All this stuff happened with this picture, so yay me. And as you can tell, the markers were drying up that I used on this. So yay me. So things don't always work out the way you want them to do. And I've only done, I think, one other picture in this book. So when I do the pictures, they come out different depending on what I'm using. Someone said I should have used pencils because then I wouldn't have gotten such a blotchy finish. Well, you know, not everything comes out perfect. This is the one we did in pencil. Remember this one? When I first got the book, I did this one. So what I like about this book is it's nice. It's spiral bound. Yeah, I know. Sometimes things happen. And for the first time in my life, I used washi tape on a page. Yeah, I used washi tape, Danielle. And yeah, and so this is Mandala's coloring book by Kameliya. I did this one. I didn't want to do the bottom part. Can anybody tell me what this is? This is washi tape. Yeah. This washi tape particularly. Yeah, I had some washi tape out. I didn't want to do the bottom, so I just got lazy. I don't think I'm coloring the page today because I got a lot of things to do, you know. I might diamond paint later. Yeah, I know. I washi taped myself. I'm not going to color page today. The Best of Hannah Lynn by Hannah Lynn. This was a Kickstarter book that I got a few years ago. So I think, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? This was also a Kickstarter book. So when she came out with this was right when she started doing some of the Kickstarter editions or the artist editions. So I did this one. We did this one on camera during a live stream. Anybody remember this one? Yeah, I just thought I wanted something to do with the winter. This is a Kickstarter book. I don't think you can get it anymore because it was a special edition. And I don't think she does them anymore. And plus, this is signed by her, so this might be something that I keep per se. Like a lot of the spiral bounds, I'll probably keep them because they were a lot of money. Like the things like that are a lot of money. This is Mandalas Volume 2. I mean, you can go to Hannah Lynn's website. Hannah Lynn has a website, and you can ask her if she has any more of those, but I don't think she does. I don't think she has them in artist edition. Yeah. Colored Mandalas Volume 2, and we did this one. Yeah, this one, I got pissed off because it was so intricate. Came out really nice, but here's the thing. When mandalas are really intricate, I get really annoyed with them. I like simple mandalas. I don't mind an intricate one every once in a while, but this was funny because I had started it, stopped it, started it, stopped it. So this is why there's so many different colors in it. So, and then you can always tell the quality of your marker by what? The bleed through. But these have good paper in it. A lot of people like the spiral bound. I don't mind the spiral bounds. It's just the much work gets done. Oh, lordy. Now we get into more spirals. Oh, here's one. Now, I will tell you right now, this one is about $24 to buy right now on Sakeums Etsy shop. Her real name is Emile Jarridge. So I did this one. I've done a few pictures in this one, but this was the one I did this year. So I've done this one, and then I did this one. But this one I also sometimes color pencils in. This one I started and I never finished it. I need to just do that. God bless you, Kim. I like mandalas to a point, but I don't always color them. So I got this one. So I just wanted to try doing something in this book because I hadn't done something in this book in a while. You know, I also call them the neglected books because they don't get as much coverage as the other books. Now this one was supposed to be top 10 to finish. I've colored so much in this book, it's not even funny over the last few months, but I feel like I'm obligated to color them. It's not that I want to color them. So I did this one. This one, I was trying to do this in orange, and I accidentally picked the yellow because I shouldn't have picked the yellow because the yellow is too close to this yellow for the dog. So that's something that I shouldn't have picked because the dog is too yellow. So then I did this one. This one, a lot of you saw this one with the pie. This is Blissful Scenes. Trying to figure out which pictures I did. I'm not going to keep this one because I really don't like the rest of the pages in it. It's really hard for me, and it's a bigger book, so I'm not going to keep it. At this point, I know I'm not keeping it. I finally finished this one, so I was really happy to finish that one. So that one, I pretty much at this point know I'm not keeping it. You know, it's not always about just everything you want, so I'm not keeping that book. I've colored so much in it already. Now, this one, you all know that this one was an artist edition, and I bought it through the Kickstarter program that she has. This is called Whimsy Girls Around the World Coloring Book by Hannah Lynn. And I love the pictures in this one. And this is the tea, the afternoon tea. Remember, I think I did the simpler version of it. She has a bit, see? Yeah, she has a much more complicated version of it. And this is the simpler version. So we did the simpler version live. And the simpler version was not as easy as everybody thinks it was. Keep that in mind. I like doing the simple pages first, then I do the more complicated pictures, but that's just me personally. This is the artist edition. I know that they're selling this, but it's not on such great on Amazon. Yes, this one is signed. This one is signed. As you can see, she signed it. And then there's a thank you page. She gives a special thank you. And you see, here I am. There I am on the list of people to sign that. That's signed. There's another version of this on Amazon, but it's on regular Create Space paper, Molly. So that's that one. And the book I finished this month. Another book I finished. Yay! I finished a book. I finished a book today. I finished a book this month. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages in this to finish this. And Danielle should know this one because she finished this way before I did. So this is Coloring Chics Fantasy Coloring Book, Volume 2, and I finished it. I was so proud to finish this book. I never thought I would finish something that wasn't in the top 10 this year. So 22 books finished this year. I had such a hard time coming up with the colors for this little girl. So I did this one. I feel like I accomplished so much with some of these books too. This one that was pretty, my Pretty in Pink experiment. It was a fun book to color in. 3. I was determined to finish another one, you know. 5. This one was cute, the pretty little girl. 7. And I did this one, but the skin didn't turn out exactly right. Yeah, I was really happy with that. I finished that. A Colorful Christmas. I did 3 pages in this. We all know that Grace loves her Christmas books. So one of the first ones, you guys didn't get to see this on camera, but I did this off camera. I thought this was really cute, and I did this with some gel pens. It's kind of hard to do because I kept doing it in sections, you know. My whole thing is if I did this, you know what happened? I did this a long time ago. Then I did the candy canes, right? Then I did the houses, right, one night. And then I was like, okay, I still have to do these guys, this here, and then all the little trees, right? So I was like, that was hard for me. And then we did the socks on camera because you guys were like, finish the stockings, finish the stockings. We did that one on live. And then we did this one. I really like this little elf. So every time I do something in these little special books, they're really special for me to do the Christmas ones. And I have these cupcakes. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish the cupcakes, to tell you the truth, but maybe we'll do them one day when I finish and I don't have anything else to do. So the whole thing is for me to finish things that I want to finish, you know? Then I was trying to figure out how many to do in this book, right? So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this book. Hold on, let me see in the Excel sheet. Did I put 5 in that thing for that? Did I put 5 in that thing? Big Fantasy Coloring Book. Yeah, it is 5. My mistake. I thought I didn't add that correctly. So this was fun to do because this is the Grayscale book, and I've been working on this book for a while now. So I did this one. I actually had started a while back and never finished it. So I was like, you know what? I'll finish that today. I'll finish that this month because I don't like having whips. This one was Mother and Child. I thought this one was really pretty. I just like doing, I didn't want to do it blue, so I tried to do the background in yellow. Some places you see that the yellow starts to fade. You know, yellow is always a weird color in these books. I don't know why. Then I did this one. I wanted the sky to be a different color, so I did it red. I should have done it a lighter red. That was my mistake, not doing it in a lighter red. Then I skipped around. There are a lot of unfinished pages. I had started this one and never finished it. I don't like not finishing things. So I tried to finish a lot of pages this year. Another one I stopped, finished. The marker ran out, then I had to do another color. Or try to do a blue that was close. That's what happens. Sometimes you run out of colors, and then you're like, okay, what do I have close in another set? When the marker dies on you. We all know about markers dying on you, don't we, Danielle? Now we're on the final pile. But I'm going to only take a few off the front, off that pile. Yeah, no, this one is a long one because there's so many pages this month. And then we did Christmas Coloring Book Volume 2 by Jade Summer. I actually like the pictures better in this one. Then we did this little angel. So I'm really happy with that one. This is one of my Christmas ones. Yeah, a lot of Christmas ones this month. There's the year season. So Dark Fantasy Special by Ines Guerrero, and we did 3 in this one. This might be a Color in Heaven that I eventually finish at some point, because I've done so many, and as you can tell, some of the marker from this went into this, so I just used as part of the picture. Actually gave it some atmosphere. Then we did this one, the Moon Babe. I just wanted to try doing purple hair. And then you see the nice blue thing. I think that's either a Pentel Sparkle Pop, a Color It, or a U-brand. I can't remember what I used. So this is an Ines Guerrero. So then we did this one, Relaya. Now this one is supposed to be a Halloween one, but because it was December when I did this one, I decided to decor out in Christmas colors. I decided to decor out in Christmas colors. I just thought it would be fun to decor out in Christmas colors. You can take Halloween pictures and make them Christmassy. Trust me, I know that. So I did that one. Someone did a picture from this that I liked them, the way they did the picture a lot. So I still have to do this one. I still have to finish this one. And I don't really understand how I'm going to do this. Like, I understand how I'm going to do the skin, but the rest of the background in the picture, I'm not thrilled with. Someone says to me, oh, you could just block out what you don't like in the picture, but I don't really think that's fair. Misfit Special. Now, this is Misfit, so I did 2 from the Misfit Special. I did this one, and I did this the wrong colors. Actually, this pink was supposed to be here, and this purple was supposed to be there. Hello. Yeah, I know, right? And then I did this one, and the freaking markers died up on me, and then I had to finish it in another color. So that's what happens when you get that in there. So that's that one. Ava Brown, Beautiful Woman Coloring Book. So I did 2 in this one. I did this one. The marker kind of almost dried out on me, so I was like, I shook the marker for the hair to get that one in there. And then I did her purple hair. Hey, Grace and her purple hair, girls, this month. Hey, we tried to do different things, so I did that. You know, I'm always trying to do new things with my books, so. I have quite a few more to do in this book, so. That's the second bunch of group in this. It's like one of the few Ava Browns that I really do color in. Coloring Chics, Coloring Book 1, and we did this one. I was trying to finish this book, but I didn't get to do enough work in it. So, you know, I do like doing portraits and girls, so I still have a couple. This was the one we finished, so I still have a couple to do in this. So I have 1, 2. This one is going to be hard for me to color because I don't really know how I'm going to color it. 2. See, we've done quite a few of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 left in this book to do. Another small group. This is the Christmas special. And this is issue 81. I think this is the newest one. Yeah, this is the newest one. I did this one. I did this little elf. I tried to do a picture from every, as many artists as I can every month. Because this is multiple. And I think this one is from, who's this from? Oh, this is from Jenny Cook. This is from Jenny Cook, and she does some really nice, cute images. So I did that one. Probably save that for next year. Magical Beauties Book 1. Now, I finished Book 3, so I did this one because I was missing her at the time. And I had started this image a long time ago. And so I said, you know what? I want to finish this one. I don't want to leave this one as a whip. I think I have a few whips in this book, actually. Maybe. Possibly I have a few whips in this. I might not. It might be the other one that I have some whips in. I don't like, see, I have a whip in this one. I got to figure out what the hell I'm doing with this one. Hey, we're doing my finished pages. We've been on for about an hour or so. And then I did this one. I started this one. I got to figure out how to do the rest of it. Yeah, I did her in green skin. I wanted to really make her like an underwater person, but I haven't finished it. You know what I mean? Then I did this one, but I no longer have this color from this set, but I think I may have a Copic that's close to it. So the Copics may have a... The last two are hardcovers. 100 Amazing Mandalas by Damita Victoria. And we did this one. I know some people have been asking me to do more stuff with the Damita Victoria. I know I've been actually actually guys, I also created a playlist on my channel called December 21 Finished Coloring Book Pages. So what I'm doing is every time I stumble upon those finished pages videos, I add them to the playlist. So this way it's easier for other people to find those finished pages. And because I didn't do that, look what happened, because I forgot to add a blotter, even though it had a black background. It has some of this. So I'm probably going to have to fix that and fix it a little bit. So that's always an idea for next month. Another Daria Cracker Soy. I have 3 on this one. So I did 3 on this one. This one actually has some really pretty pages. So I did this one. This is Female Power Fantasy. So I did orange and yellow and a little bit of red and a little bit of green in it. And then I put some gold. As you guys can tell, I put some gold gel pen. Give it a little bit of a sparkle to accent it. That's what I did with that one. Also, I was trying to fill in some gaps in the book too, you know. Like sometimes I go in a book and I see that I've skipped pages. Then I did this one. This one actually turned out to be different than I thought it was going to be because I messed up I picked the wrong colors, and then this was supposed to be the shirt. This was supposed to be the color of the shirt. This was supposed to be the pants, but hence things did not work out that way. Then I did this one with the purple hair. This is real purple, like a reddish purple hair. So I thought that was fun to do. That one was Faye. Thought it would be fun to do a darker head Faye. So as you can tell, I still have a lot to do in this book. But I do like doing them, you know. They're fun. Now we have the last two books. The last two books. Yay, we're near the end of this video. To somebody would be like, oh, how can you spend an hour doing your video? I go, well, because I took a lot of time doing my video. So this is the one we did yesterday on live stream. Lots of pencils, King Art pencils and Prismas. You got to see the King Arts yesterday in a higher quality book, along with my Prismas. So, because I like my Prismas too. We did this one. Yes, we did that one in Saga. You cannot get this book anymore. It's out of print. So I know there was a second print on. Some people got that. And then Magical Fairies. I did 2 pages. I actually finished them last night along with that. The Whimsy Girl one that you saw at the beginning of the video. I actually finished that this morning. So that one. So we did 2 of this one. I started this one and never finished it. So then I went back last night and just started finishing it. I figured, you know what? I want to finish it. Let me finish it. I need to finish it. And this is a hardcover grayscale. This is, you can also buy this in paperback, but they give you the option if you want to buy it in hardcover. Then I did the Mother Fairy and the Daughter Fairy. Of course, the yellow ran out on me, but I still did it. Sometimes I do a background. Sometimes I do not do a background. But this one I wanted to do a background. I just was thinking yellow sun, yellow orangey, and yellow sky with orange clouds. And then I did the blue to kind of like offset it to see how pretty it is. So I used Copics, Cali Arts, and my Tautrice. See, the bug is this little butterfly or the grasshopper butterfly. I did that in Tautrice because it's really hard to get in some of the little areas. So I still have a lot to do in this book, but it's one of my favorite hardcovers that I've ever bought. I do like covers of it. So that is how we have finished the month and the end of the year. I want to wish everybody a happy new year, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you do. I don't want to exclude anybody. So happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, New Year, Christmas, etc. I know some people are Jewish, so they have Hanukkah. I know some people celebrate Kwanzaa. So happy Kwanzaa. Or whatever you celebrate. Because not everybody has the same holidays or traditions. So keep that in mind. So, as you can tell, I have all these stickies. You can tell. Someone will be like, oh, Lordy. This is why I put everything down in an Excel spreadsheet. And I can tell you the total totals for the year. The monthly totals. I'll tell you what the yearly total finished pages came up to. For 2021, 928 pages. August was the biggest month with 102 pages. The second highest month was this month for December 95. So total 928 pages. 22 finished coloring books in total for this year. That was the final, guys. 928 pages in total. 102 was the all-time high in August. This was the second highest with 95 pages. So August was the highest month, but then again, August I finished like 5 to 6 coloring books in that month. So I finished 2 coloring books this year. So I in total finished 4 coloring books from the top 10. 18 books were not from the top 10. So I was very happy with that. So I want to wish everybody a happy. I know that's what I did this month. I started going back into some of my books and finishing some of the whips this month. So I did a lot of whips. I meant to do more, but I didn't have. I don't count my whips until they're finished because I only count finished stuff. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Happy New Year, and everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to wash your face, wear a mask, social distance, and everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy New Year. Bye, everybody.